Hi, you guys, and welcome back to another episode of Blonde Moment.
Welcome.
Yes, so this week, what I want to talk about is, well, first let me just explain my look right quick, okay? Because I watched Basketball Wives. You know, Evelyn Lozada is doing it up with this revenge body, right? You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to serve revenge body, all summer 18, and I decided orange was my color for the summertime. So yeah, so in the spirit of serving revenge body, when do you decide that enough is enough? When you've been dealing with somebody and you've been trying to make it work, and this can be in other types of relationships too, but I'm speaking specifically of like boo thing relationships, like this your man, this your woman, and y'all been trying to make it work for so long. But like, when do you say enough is enough? Because when you do, that's when you come and serve the Evelyn Lozada revenge body.
So is this like enough is enough for
when you just tired of it,
really?
you let it go, just whatever. Might have had to cut your own mama off. I don't know who does that, but I saw something on Facebook recently that was just like, hey, you got to know everybody's not meant to be in your life. That includes family, and I'm like, oh, but families y'all got when y'all cutting people off in your family.
It happens. People do it all the time, but I feel like it's different levels to that. Like You can't put the same. We just met, and maybe you're not texting or calling me back, as opposed to we've been together for 4 years.
Well, still, I'm just saying, like that, you gotta, for those levels, for you. Okay, so let's say y'all just met. Do you have a time frame where it's just like, this ain't working out? I'm trying to give you a chance, girl, but hey.
Well, first off, I have a rule.
What's your rule?
I call it my 3-month rule, and in that, the way I see it, when you meet somebody new, it's that honeymoon phase, you're on the phone, and you hang up. You hang up. All that garbage is going on. So I feel like in that quote unquote honeymoon phase, there should be nothing dramatic or nothing bad going on. So I have a genuine rule that if you do anything to annoy me and or disturb my spirit within those first 2 or 3 months, dead in the water, call 911, because if you are getting on my nerves now, you're going to drive me crazy later. So that at the beginning, that it could take anything.
For me, it's like, I try to give you the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to put it how my friend said it, because we was talking on the phone recently, and she was like, girl, I gave this man all the benefits of the doubt. He had all the benefits, girl. He had life insurance. He had dental insurance. He had WIC vouchers. He had all the benefits, girl, all the benefits, and he still screwed up. That's how I am. Unfortunately, because I try to see the good in people, and then people take advantage of that. It sounds to me like
she was trying to see she was setting up a plan for the future. What you care about this man's benefits that he's got in his job?
No, that was the joke that she was making. Like, how many benefits she gave, like, benefit of the doubt. She gave him so many benefits of the doubt. He was just like, I thought you
were being literal. Sorry, that went over my head. I thought, my bad.
Okay, that's okay, though. But I unfortunately am the same way. And then I just keep giving you chance after chance. Like, oh, well, no. He didn't call because he's working, or my favorite meme, it's like, you text him and he doesn't text back. It's okay. He just got so excited that he fainted. That's the only thing that I can do. And I send that to you and just feel like, okay, no, I thought you died or you fainted because you're just so excited that I text you. Whatever. You just, because people do forget to text back. So I try to give them the benefit of the doubt. Like, oh, well, he's probably at work or he's with his family or whatever.
You know what? I forget to text back a lot. A lot of times.
I don't like this.
A lot of times the reason I forget to text back is because when you text me, I just didn't feel like responding. And so then I actually end up forgetting.
On purpose.
I'm going to text back later. And then I forget about it altogether. And then here I go 2-3 days later. You know what? I didn't even know you text me. Lies and deceit.
Men perspective right there. But see, That's why I try not to do that to people, because they swear, you know, they always say light-skinned girls don't never text back or whatever. I try not to be stereotypical light-skinned girl. But then when you make me mad, then of course, you don't have time for me, then no, I'll play tit for tat. If you don't text me back in 3 hours, I'm not going to text you back until it's been 6 hours. Or it may not be till the next day, depending on what time it is. If you don't text me for 1 day, I don't text you for 3.
I don't want to go too far. I don't want to, because I'm going to forget. Why are there so many chances? Because we're getting away from that into something totally different, and I need an explanation as to why there's so many chances.
Because I try to see the good in people, so
What is the good? The good. When you first meet somebody, they are going to send the representative anyway, so you're not going to know who they truly are for 3, 4, 5 months down the line if they make it that long.
If they make it that long.
So there is no good to see. If somebody wants to, as much as I forget to text back. When I want to text back, I am on it. On it. The last time I was in hot pursuit, I was every morning when I woke up. Thank you, Lord, for waking me. Thank you I hope I have a good, prosperous, eventful day, phone in hand. Hope you have a good day. Hope you have a great day at work. Because I was making an active and conscious effort to make it known. There's interest. I'm trying to contact.
See, I need this male perspective, because ladies, that's what you need in your life. And men too, because some of y'all, you know, you do the same thing because you're trying to find that one. So you give them all the benefits of the doubt, and you're trying to give them chance after chance after chance. And then you need somebody in your life, a straightforward MT aunt, to just be like, so why are you doing that? Because if it was me and I really wanted you, I would be contacting you. Because
you can make up all the excuses in the world. But I'm sorry. You saw at some point that you received a text message. You either decided I'll hit back later and forgot, like I do all the time.
I do it too.
Or you really just are disinterested. One of the two. So seeing the good in them, you shouldn't see any farther than they were good enough to forget. Don't ever see any farther than that, because you don't know people.
I like that. They are never good enough. Except what? I just missed it. Do it again. I'm sorry. I thought I had it. Not even close. We'll put it on repeat. It's okay.
Don't see the good any farther than they were good enough to forget.
That.
So that they, not saying necessarily have some ulterior motive or they're trying to play or something like that, but don't think anything more of it than that. Because even the forget, there could be lack of interest. Because sorry, if I'm really that interested and I see, even if the text says, I'm at work, I'll hit you back, or I'm busy, I'll hit you back, there's still a response.
This is true. Ooh, and it makes it even worse when you ain't got no job. Because then you really ain't got no excuse.
Oh, what were you doing? Sleep?
Did you sleep all day?
Are you hibernating? Is this a real person?
We're not getting into my personal life.
Oh my God, it's a real person. And the nigga ain't got no job. What is happening?
That's what makes it even worse. So that means that I shouldn't have seen past any further than they were good enough to forget.
You shouldn't have seen past the point where you found out he didn't have a job. That was enough right there.
It's another situation. We're not going to get into that. The situation is null and void at this point. So now, yes, exhale. So when it gets to a relationship, when is enough? Is that like situational for you, or you got a rule for that too?
There ain't enough love in the world for you to be disturbing my spirit on the daily basis, on the hourly basis, on the nothing. There was at church on Sunday, one of the funniest things I remember the pastor saying. She said, "You can't come up in this church smiling at everybody else's wife, and you hadn't smiled at your own wife at home." So that and that can go into so many different other facets of it. You can't sit up there and be, I'm sorry, if it's not working, the old saying, if it isn't broke, don't fix it. Mm-hmm. If it's broke, you're going to call somebody to do something about it. Just so there's just no purpose in staying in that.
I agree with that, because goodness. Again, trying to give people the benefit of the doubt. Oh, but I love him. We have so much, like our future. We trying to build. We have plans. And then you look back and just be like, hold on, did we have plans or did you have a plan? or did I have a plan? Like, were we really trying to come together?
Sometimes
or was
we're not on the same page.
Yes, I'm on my agenda, you on your agenda, and we just hoped that one day they would just come together. It don't always come together. And every time that you think you meant to be with somebody, you might not be. Because there are people, what they say, for reasons and seasons, or maybe that's not it, but either way.
Some people come into your life for a season. That just means not everybody's meant to stay. And then a lot of people hold on because, we've been through so much.
So much time has been invested.
Or either we've been through so much, which a lot of times mean one or the other has cheated and they managed to get over that, or God forbid, sometimes there's children involved. They've had a child and something happened to the child and they stayed together and all like.
There's so many single parents out here.
So many, and you can find somebody else, and hopefully you're in a position where you can have another child. If you can't, you can go to another country and buy a child. Like it is these days, that is just not something that anybody should be. Just pick one up, like the celebrities do. Just come home with a baby in a suitcase. There's not enough reason to stay with somebody just because we've been through so much. Maybe you were going through all of those storms so you could get off the boat.
Yes.
Maybe that's why you were going through all that stuff.
So Lord, send me a sign. I done sent you all the signs. What I got to do, strike you dead? Because you really think that this is till death do us part? No, he wasn't supposed to be here that long. She was supposed to have been gone a long time ago.
Well, now, and you mentioning till death do us part. Now, see, a lot of times people going through this crap, they're not even married.
That is true too.
Because now, if you're married, now that's a whole different thing. My views on relationship totally change, and I'm talking about with a lot of things. My views change a lot when you're talking about marriage. Like,
well, you know, some people like to go off of common law since we were talking about so much time that has been invested. Oh, by the way, common law is not a thing in a lot of states anymore.
I was getting ready to open my. I was waiting for you to finish because I was just about to say that does not exist anymore in a lot of states.
In a lot of states. So if you're in Georgia and you're thinking we've invested 10 years, 12, 15 years, like till death do us part, no, because they gonna die and you ain't gonna get nothing because common law don't exist here, baby.
Yeah, does not. Now, when you are married, that's a whole nother ball game. Now
right.
Yeah, you can go to counseling if you're just in a relationship and things like that, but marriage is a totally different thing. Because when you got in a relationship, you hadn't stood in front of the bartender and put your hand on a Bible and said that we will stay forever now that we've met at this club. You are standing in front of the Lord at a wedding saying you're going to stay together forever and saying these vows, which to some people are completely useless, but they should mean something because you're making a mockery of the institution of marriage. You're making a mockery of all the stuff you stood up there and said to the Lord. You wasted your family's time. For those of you that make your friends pay to be in the wedding, buying dresses and suits and crap. I don't know who these people are, but you wasted these people's money and their time and stuff. Yeah, like say you've been married for years, 10, 20 years or something like that, and things start to kind of come apart a little bit. You absolutely should go within reason, go to counseling and try to work it out. Because just depending on situationally what has happened. And I feel like even in a cheating situation. Now, when it comes to cheating, it's a no-brainer for me. If we are not married and you cheat, get the hell on. I don't care what you have to say. I don't care how drunk you got. I don't care what I did to you. I don't care. Nope. I just don't care. But when you're married, I feel like maybe we need to talk because what caused this? Right. What caused you to lose interest or to gain interest in somebody else? I feel like men that want to get married, I've never been married. I don't want to be married, but I feel like in my mind that if I finally decided I wanted to get married, all bets would be off when it comes to doing wrong to my wife because I would feel like I would be disrespecting God. And I'm not trying to go to hell. I do enough foolishness that might send me to begin, but I'm not trying to just blatantly do that kind of stuff. Right. That's just how I feel. And I feel like a lot of people, when they get married, they take it seriously. And they believe that. I have a family member I got a crazy uncle. And my aunt told me if it wasn't for that Bible, I would have been left him. Because death do us part in taking the vow seriously. It says in the Bible that a divorced woman is an adulteress. That's just what it says. Now, it says a lot of stuff in there, but I'm just saying, if you're going to take it for what it is, I feel like that makes a whole different thing. And I feel like people take relationships seriously when they get married. Some people are
I was
just
about to
evil and
say,
just don't care.
Yeah,
you know,
because
but
a lot of people are just like, oh, no, I'm just going to get married. Like, oh, this is the flavor of the week. This is the flavor of the month. This is the flavor of the year. Like,
a lot of people get married because the friends get married.
yeah,
I
I
don't
don't
care if
understand
every
that.
friend I got get married. I don't want to get married, and until something in my heart changes with that, I'm not going to do it.
I do want to get married, but I don't want to get divorced. So I'm not trying to rush into something just because this wedding is coming up and this friend is engaged and this one's in a happy relationship. Of course, that makes me want to be with somebody, but I'm not trying to rush it down the aisle with somebody because then I'm going to be stuck, basically. I'm going to feel like I'm stuck and I rushed into that decision when I didn't even have to. When I could wait. And I could just give you the time to get rid of yourself. Because like you said, the representative is going to show up at the beginning. But I'm going to see who you really are. And before we get anywhere near the aisle, I need to make sure that I can put up with whatever your mess is for the rest of my life.
I feel like that's why you people are out here being cheap and making everybody pay to be in your wedding. Because you know that crap ain't going to last. And you don't want to spend your money on it. That just came. Thank you, Jesus. I think that just came right in my spirit just because of that.
Jesus put that in your spirit.
He didn't. Well, it came in there, and I think that's why y'all are out there doing that. I feel that.
Oh, goodness. Okay, so for me, I know when it's time, it does take me a little minute to get to the point to be like, no, I'm done with you. But when I'm done, you're dead to me.
Exes are exes for a reason. Once I am done with you, I am putting that return to, when you get a piece of mail that doesn't belong to you, put that return to sender on it, and it goes away. They do what I don't know what they do with it. I don't care what they do with you.
It ain't none of my business.
You can go back where you came from because I don't know you. I don't know you.
Not at all.
I will see you somewhere and meet you and be just as blank. Oh, do we know each other? Hello. Oh, where do I know you from? Yeah.
I don't think I
I
don't recall that name.
It doesn't.
Not at all.
The face, and you know I don't forget faces. Clearly, we must not have met. Then I'll introduce myself to you.
Let everybody know your social media.
My Instagram is MTOntG. You can follow me on Facebook, where you receive a little something every day at MTOntGrover.
And you can follow me all over social media at Blondie's Lipstick. And for all things Blondies, head to blondieslipstick.com. We'll be back with part 2 with our trending topic.